Hi, I'm Brian Redman, 61st year of racing, and thanks for watching Drivin Ivan.
Drivin Ivan here, 1984 M90 X100 prototype Lotus. So rare, so incredible. I can't believe I'm about to drive and review it. You're going to hear the whole story from the owner about the car. He knows everything about this car, which is very cool. So smash that like button, subscribe. If you liked the content, buy me a coffee, but please do smash that like button, subscribe, leave me a comment. Let's get going on this incredible Lotus. Like no one's ever seen this car. Oh my God. And look right here, next I'll be reviewing this, the early 90s Lotus Elan. And I'm going to tell you about what this car with a Toyota engine has to do with this car with an Isuzu engine. And this one is front engine, rear wheel drive, and loud planes are flying by, but what are you gonna do? You can still hear me, right? Just reviewed this Toyota Classic there, but I'm talking about Toyota so much, and Isuzu and Lotus. But this car is the last car that Colin Chapman was involved in the design. They call it the baby Esprit. What do you guys think of the shape? Now, I have an Esprit, the Stevens Esprit, the second one. The first one, the James Bond car that everybody is used to seeing. That's earlier, of course, designed by Giorgetto Giugiaro. But this one is really a looker. No, it's not a Pontiac Fiero. This is much better looking. But people said baby Esprit, and I like it. Look at these beautiful Lotus wheels. Wow, just everything about this car. We've got the bonnet up a bit, just so I can show you the engine in a second. But look at that, pop-up headlights, and wow, just stunning prototype vehicle here. Right-hand drive for the British market, of course, and it actually was built as a coupe, but then they turned it into a convertible, and it's sort of that same top that you would have in the RX-7 convertible, where the Targa comes off and this folds back. Also, a little bit like the Lancia Zagato that I used to have. You can see all these reviews elsewhere on YouTube. There's the Toyota Classic there that I just reviewed, but look at this beauty. Wow, I cannot believe that I'm standing here in front of this and about to review it and share its story with you guys. I'm so excited. Wow, I guess the next thing to do is go ahead and show you the beautiful interior. Absolutely very cool how you pop that up, and fiberglass, right? Feels like fiberglass. And look at that, kind of almost looks like you're maybe in a Citroen or a Subaru XT or something with the steering wheel. But really cool. No air conditioning in this one, power windows. I guess those are the outdoor mirror controls. Kind of a velour material here used, but red and gray, and really almost baby little seats fit into the back there. Look at the Lotus emblems there with the seat belt cover. How cool is that? Stalks and everything. Wow, that is just so cool. Of course, you've got a nice tachometer, square front, a lot of warning lights there, voltmeter, temperature, gas gauge, and looks like oil pressure there. Really cool. But yeah, real handbrake, just like you'd expect to see in your 90s sports car. Go ahead and show you the trunk here, I guess. Need a key for that, I guess. Just lift. Okay, just lift, he says. There we go. Nice and light, fiberglass. Won't stay up. Yeah, it's okay. I see you got you're all ready for the car shows with your seats. Well, I can't. We'll talk about the reaction you get from this at a car show, because I know nobody's showing up with this. Most people don't. Most people would probably just walk by this and say, "Well, that's a weird foreign-looking car." But well, like I always say, I love driving extremely rare cars to car shows, and this gentleman, Peter, has some rare, beautiful cars like this Elan that I'll be driving next, and this Toyota Classic here. But wow, what a rare car. And now we're going to start it up and let you hear this super rare engine in its first application ever. Have you smashed that like button and subscribed yet? And just so light, this bonnet here. We would call it a hood, but they call it a bonnet. So this engine is the 4AGE, and it looks like a Lotus twin cam or even the Alpha twin cam. But let's start it up and hear it. Wow. Wow. So this was when, before GM, later GM got involved, and that's where the Isuzu engine came in. But yeah, it's striking resemblance really to the Alpha twin cam and the Lotus twin cam as well. TVIS here, a lot of room there, even room for the jack up front. But I can't tell you just how light and delicate this bonnet is. So light, so delicate. There we go. And guess we'll just have to get in and drive it now. Woohoo! Driving the JDM way, you got to keep kind of glued to the side here. Long throws, but kind of nice at the same time, and definitely interesting driving on the right hand side, and interesting driving a prototype Lotus that few people have even seen and less people have driven. It's got a very, I would say it's sprung even more. I mean, it's Lotus, handling by Lotus of course, but steering's a little looser than you would expect from a car today, but still, this was Lotus and feels good. I'm going to brake here, and I'll put it in neutral. I'll get a little bit of the beans here. Just, oh, that is so cool. Well, really, I think it's best if I just, after I tell you basically how it feels, I think it's best to just let Peter tell me about the history of this ultra super rare Lotus, and you know, if you want, how you acquired it, but whatever.
Well, this was the last car designed under Chapman. Oliver Winterbottom was the primary designer, and his book on life in automotive design is worth acquiring. I think it's still on Amazon, and he tells an interesting story about how it all came about. But it was initially, as Ivan said, a coupe, and under General Motors, once they acquired the company, the top was removed, and it became the car you see now with the drop top. Of course, the other thing that happened after General Motors acquired Lotus was this 1984 prototype became a 1991 production car, and it was slow in getting it federalized. So the M100 that it ultimately became never sold in huge numbers. Ironically, it was designed, the M100 under General Motors, to be a very large production car. So it had all sorts of assembly attributes that would facilitate high volume production. But after all that, the total production was somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 worldwide. The ironic part of it is, when they came up with the Elise a few years later, that was designed to be a low production car. They sold every one they could possibly make.
Wow.
And then some. You know, the Elise now is a very well-known car worldwide.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's in fact, I just reviewed the Renault Sport Spider, and the benchmark for handling was that car, actually. Just really a race car for the street, as is the Lotus Europa that we both have. And so that's kind of interesting. But what's it like when you bring this to a car show?
Well, obviously nobody's ever seen one before.
I love driving interesting, wild cars, and you know, what is more interesting and wild than this? Oh, engine feels great too. It's very nice power, great exhaust tone, and just an incredible car, really. Just so amazed to be driving in here. Peter said something very wise to me. You know, I said, you know, how do you go about acquiring a car like this? Because any collector is going to jump at a chance to get this car. But of course, he knew the owner, and when it came time to sell, you know, he had that relationship established, and he now owns the car. So anything you'd like to add to that, Peter?
Well, I like to say I did less than 2% of the work and got 100% of the car. But
Well, that's good that somebody else did it for you, right?
there are collectors who enjoy working on cars more than driving them and owning them, and there are other people who enjoy driving them. And I guess I'm more in the latter category, although I do some work myself. But I very much enjoy having and driving some of the unusual cars.
Well, it shows too. I mean, the Toyota Classic there. We actually both have Priuses, which is so funny. It's not very often that you find a couple of car guys that both like cool, excellent handling cars, but also the Toyota Prius, right? So I feel like I have a kindred soul here with Peter.
In college, we built one of the first hybrid electric automobiles.
Wow.
So when the Prius became available, we pretty much had to buy one. So ours is an original owner car.
That's amazing, and yours is so clean. How many miles on your Prius?
About 110,000, give or take.
There you go. And
So
I've
not
got
huge for the 25-year age of it, believe it or not.
I've got new engine and new hybrid batteries and about 250,000, actually 200, maybe even 260,000. But here in this rare prototype Lotus, I gotta say, I am just so incredibly amazed to be even driving this. And I just met Peter, you know, as a chance, because he was driving that Toyota Classic, and I was like, oh my God, I love rare, weird cars. And we just kind of clicked, and he invited me to his garage and to see his exceptional collection. And he's just been a very congenial host and put up with my scary driving, even though I own right-hand drive vehicles. It's just interesting hopping into a car you haven't driven before, and you never know what you're gonna come into and experience. But this has been an absolutely incredible experience driving this prototype Lotus, which then became, after GM's ownership, the Isuzu powered M100 Lotus Elan, which I'll review next. Thank you so much for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe if you already haven't. Buy me a coffee if you like the content. And do check out all of my videos, Beatles in London and Liverpool, where I see a real Beatle, and other quirky cars I reviewed lately. Like I mentioned, the Renault Sport Spider, the Beatle 5300 GT Strada, and on and on and on. A lot of cool car reviews lately. I hope you'll search Drivin Ivan in any car, especially the Lotus Europa and Lotus Esprit too. Again, thank you so much for watching. I am Drivin Ivan.